Whenever you see some of these northerners that can stand up and speak about what is happening in Nigeria, and they will speak without being trabaletico. So I don't know if there's in English like that. They are always smart. They always talk sense. I'm not saying this because he's talking and siding or he's trying to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on just a little bit. No. But the young man is very smart in what he's saying. What is good for the good is also good for the gander. I'm not talking too much. Just watch the video. Maybe after, let's say something.
There was a conviction recently of a terrorist, Boko Haram. I believe his name is Hussein Ismail. He was convicted for 20 years by a high court. He was a Boko Haram terrorist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, I think, last week. And his own conviction said life. I don't understand why one terrorist is getting 20 years and the other is getting a life sentence if you're saying that. I think Pastor made a good point. There's this idea that justice is served differently, and it affects the problem. Mr. Speaker, I'll conclude by saying this. I've been an advocate of state police. I've sought the wisdom of more experienced members like Honorable Sada Soli, Honorable Ado Dogwa, even yourself and the Speaker. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Somebody said that earlier. We cannot be sitting in Abuja and expecting operations to be efficient in Benue. We have to go back to communal policing. You that are older than us always tell us there was a time when if a guest comes to a community, everybody knows him. We have to get the traditional leaders involved and go back to state policing. This parliament, under your leadership, and I know the excellent work you're doing in the Constitutional Review Committee, is looking at that. Sir, no time for election talk now. We have to tell the public a timeline to roll this out. The fear that governs it always shocks me because they already have all that power. I'll finally end by putting myself in trouble as usual. The North has an issue. My honorable sister mentioned why we've become a breeding ground for such things. This is why. We are not sending our children to school. Of late, you have bandits on TikTok holding monies. The younger people, younger than myself, that have no employment and no skill because we've neglected them, is a failure on all our parts over the years. Mr. Speaker, these young people go on TikTok and see a criminal holding minted cash. He's suddenly exciting. You want to emulate him. Mr. Speaker, we can do whatever we want to do in terms of FDI, IGR, investments, but we are failing in our primary duty, which is to protect the people we serve. We must increase the welfare of police officers. Recruitment should not be by allocation, sir. Each state should provide the exact amount of numbers. It should be digitized. We should look for young Nigerians that want to join the army to serve, not because it's a job that's seen as something else. I'm sorry if I spoke too friendly, Mr. Speaker. We are relying on you and the members of the Constitutional Review Committee to not only follow up with the President's excellent announcement, but to finally roll out state police in this country. I hope I made my point, and I really appreciate the session today. And once again, sorry I came late. Thank you so much.
30 seconds more. You still have another 30 seconds.
Oh, I thought I didn't have time, Mr. Speaker. Fine, with the 30 seconds, let me... Sir? What? No, sir. I think the reason why I spoke like that, Mr. Speaker, is the passion is enough. You said something that I appreciated, and Honorable Benson said something earlier, and I was at fault. Chagai and I were joking about something, and then you said this is not a funny matter. It's not. I also would like to implore all of us here. This is not a time for weddings, for events, as you rightly said, for dinners or public. You know, we should show that.
Time up, Honorable Rufai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Honorable Rufai, the brotherhood are proud of you. The young people are proud of you for this thing you said in this particular video. You spoke well and you are very diplomatic in what you said. Just imagine how they were just keeping quiet, listening to intelligent speech. But so at the moment you are not talking about the dinner issue, that's the time they now want to give you time up. You get the point? You really spoke well. Not that, like I said at the intro of this video, I'm not trying to bring, I didn't bring this particular video because he's siding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a little bit. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do anything that will warrant them to put him into that place when they today. You get the point? Just because he said the truth. That's why I'm bringing this video. Because when it comes to the things that has to do with the Igbos, that's when they will now go and bring out the law where they cook the law for years. Yes. That's when they will now serve the law with every power in them. Yes. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they say that he did this, he did that. Now life inside kirikiri what they put out. But this one now he mentioned a bandit member, Boko Haram member, did the same thing. They say that according to them, they say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did, but they gave the person 20 years. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got life in kirikiri. Like I said before, what is good for the good is also good for the gander. This young man spoke the mind. You really made the young people proud with what you said. Whenever you see a northerner that wants to speak without being tribalistical, like I said before, he's always smart. Even on Black App, when you see some of them that want to talk without being tribalistical, you see them talking sense. Yes, you see them talking sense. We don't listen. Some of us from the southeast, we don't support you or we don't like you because you are from our side. But whenever you are talking sense, we give you that support 100%. This young man spoke very well, and I also much applaud him. You get the point? I remain my humble self, the Icon. Please just drop your comment at the comment section and do the needful on this particular platform. We move regardless. One love. We pray for a new Nigeria where everybody will have that reason to be proud of being a Nigerian. We move regardless.